session also. Yeah. So just I created one workspace. So in that workspace, what it is showing like me. I mean, what it is showing for me. So earlier, if you can see, it was not showing all these all these projects. So if you want to, yeah, if you want to create any project, so first, I mean, if you want to create any project, first what we'll be doing. So first we'll be going to create a project. Inside the project, we'll be going to create a packages. Inside the package, we are going to create the classes. So project, package, and classes, correct? So now we need to create a project here. That project is nothing but your advanced Java project is nothing but dynamic, right? So we'll be going to create the projects dynamic. Earlier in Java, what we did, we just created Java project. But in advanced Java, you will be going to create dynamic web project. So create a dynamic web project, you need to use it. I mean, some people saying that Srikanth, we didn't see these things in my system because you installed Eclipse, you installed Eclipse J2SE, but you need to install. See, once you have this installer, right? You just click on that. Then here you need to choose Eclipse IDE for Enterprise Java and Web. You got me right? So most of the people, okay, Eclipse IDE for Java developers, they'll be choosing this one. But you need to choose Eclipse IDE for Enterprise Java and Web developers. Then only you could able to
see that.
Yeah, you could able to see this dynamic web project and whatever it is. So only Gopi Manohar is not able to hear means yeah. So while you will be going to install, you can choose Enterprise Java Web Developers. Then it would be helpful for you. And how you need to get this one Eclipse Insta JRE Windows 64? You just need to enter in the Google Eclipse download. There you need to select Eclipse 1 and Windows 64. So then it will be giving for us. So now what I'm trying to do here, there is a file and you need to click new, and here it is showing dynamic web project, right? Or else you can just create a dynamic web project here and just click here. Then after you need to give your project name. So our project name is, you can give any name, right? We can give something like simple servlets, simple servlets, or else you can give anything, whatever you want, you can give. I'm giving simple servlets application or else servlet applications, servlet application. Okay. See, this can be anything, servlets application. So if I'm giving servlets application like this, you just need to use next. This is your project name. This is your
File path.
No, it's not file path. It's application name or project name, we can say. Okay. So
It's
then I'm just clicking next, and it is inside that application. It will be creating source main Java. Again, it's a folder. Once you created this folder, there will be a classes for your .java files. That classes will be going to store in your build. Okay. After clicking this, it is asking you configure web module settings. Do you want to configure your web module settings? Means, as I told, there is a web.xml in your application. That web.xml do we need to configure here? Yes. If you want to configure, generate web.xml deployment descriptor. If you want to use it, yes, you use it. Like, I mean, where it will be going to store SRC main web app. Under the web app, it will be creating web.xml for us. Now and context root is servlets applications only. In this application root, there is a folder src main Java we created before, and we'll be creating one more, that is web app. Under the web app, it will be creating web.xml. Okay. Now you just click on finish. It will be creating a template for you for your application. We didn't write any servlet. Okay, we till now we didn't write any servlet, and we just created a template for our application. So it is loaded, and it is giving servlets application like this. Okay. See, if it is if it is standard edition, it will be not supporting all these things, right? So whenever your application is dynamic web application, it will be creating like this. Okay. So till now, any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So now what we need to create? Now we need to create a servlet in our application, correct? So we'll be working on servlet. So now we need to create a simple servlet, can be anything. So now see, these all are just supporting files. In core Java, what it was giving only JRE system library, and it was giving one SRC folder. So here also it is giving SRC main Java, and it is supporting one of the thing, that is deployment descriptor. The deployment descriptor is nothing but your whatever you will be writing web.xml related context information will be, configure in this deployment descriptor. Now there is a SRC main web app. There is a web INF. Here the web.xml will be preparing like this. That is like this. And here you will be writing your servlet info, servlet mapping, whatever will be writing, right? We'll be writing here. That will come to that point. So before going to here, what we need to do inside the source main Java means just need to right click and click new. What we need to create now? Servlet. So servlet is a class. You can create a class, but instead of creating a class, there is an option called servlet. If you click on servlet, you're asking the Java package. So for now, if you are not giving any Java package, it will be taking default package. Now I'm giving the class name. My class name is simple servlet. Okay, that can be anything, right? Or like servlet example. Okay, so my class name is servlet example. So here it is giving you, are you, this class wants to extends HTTP servlet. See, for the first example, we'll be not going to HTTP servlet. We'll be going to use servlet only. So if you want to use only HTTP servlet, you can keep super class is HTTP servlet like this. But we don't want to use HTTP servlet for now, and we are just giving in the first place only servlet example. Then you need to click next, and here it is asking URL mappings. See, URL mappings means, as we discussed in earlier classes, in the URL you need to give this example like that, right? So I'll be saying simply whatever here, in the URL, whatever you want to give, you need to give here. So I'll be saying simply hello one. Okay, what I'm giving, hello one, and I'm clicking OK. This is URL mapping, and I'm giving in a create servlet, enter servlet deployment descriptor specific information. So I given hello one, and I'm clicking next. So there you removed extends HTTP servlet. So by default it will be available. Your servlet implements Java X dot servlet dot servlet. So now we just need to create finish. Click on finish. Then it will be creating a servlet example. One second. So here I have a question. Why I am getting these many errors? Can anyone tell me? Here I'm getting some errors. Can anyone tell me why I'm getting these errors? Anyone? Any guess? Please pick out guess. If you don't know, say no and we'll move it.
No, sir.
Okay. See, what it is looking for means servlet cannot be resolved to a type. I discussed in the class earlier. So while we'll be going to do your advanced Java application, your JRE system library will not support. So for that we need to download one jar. What is the jar? Anyone? We need to download
Sir.
one jar file, right? Huh?
Yes, sir. Servlet.
Servlet API.jar file. Okay. So,
Yes.
but that servlet API.jar file, where it will be available means once you download a Tomcat in your system. So download means just you need to click Tomcat download. It will be giving like this zip file Apache Tomcat 9.045 Windows 64. Okay. So this is the Tomcat we need to download. So from this you need to extract where we can download the Tomcat. I'll be just giving you the link. This is the link for Apache Tomcat download, and here you need to choose download which one. Tomcat 9. Use Tomcat 9 and come down. Here it will be showing 9.0.45, right? Here just click this one 64-bit Windows. If you click this one, it will be giving you this one. Okay, and you need to extract this and you need to keep somewhere. So I kept here in my Srikan Java. I kept it in another folder. So in this Apache Tomcat, you will be having a libraries. In that libraries, you can see the servlet-API. Okay. So now what I need to do? So I need to, once I downloaded this Tomcat, see the purpose of Tomcat is different. Purpose of servlet API is different. Now I'm going to here my advanced Java program, and I'll be going to use the servlet API. How I can use? See guys. So anyway, I'm recording this class. You could able to hear. I mean, you could able to use. I mean, you can able to listen again. So now you need to just click on servlets application. Right click. So there is an option called build path. Okay. So on clicking on configure build path, there is an option called libraries. Okay, and you need to select class path. So in our first classes in Koja, we discuss differences between path and class path, right? So path will be generic for all the libraries, whereas class path is specific for your particular classes. I mean particular jar. So
Yes, sir.
I just need to select class path, and I will be clicking on add external jars. So once I am clicking external jars, where I need to go now? Apache Tomcat 9.0. Internally there is a lib, and I need to select servlet API. So once I am selecting the servlet API, here you can see Java problems 14 items, correct? Once I am clicking open and I'm clicking apply, these 14 items will gone. Errors, right? Earlier we have an errors. Now you don't have any errors. Apply, apply and close. You don't have any problems in your servlet now. Clear till now?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to use servlet, or if you want to servlet config, whatever the javax dot related stuff, if you want to use, you must have servlet API jar file in your system. So for that, you need to choose class path. And here I'm using web.xml. Instead of web.xml, there is an option called web servlet L1. But for now, we don't use this one, and I'm deleting this one because we'll be going through web.xml, then we'll be going to understand. Now, inside the servlet, we have 5 methods. So I'm just removing all the comments because I mean, it will be just disturbing the other flow. I'm just removing all the comments. These are the just comments what we'll be going to do, all right? that is not needed. What are the 5 methods we have inside the servlet? Inside the servlet, we have 5 methods: init method, destroy method, get servlet config, get servlet info, service method, right?
Service.
So here we need to concentrate on only service method mostly and init method, right? These are the two. So now here inside the init method, I'll be going to write system.out.println now, hello init method. Okay, hello init method. Now I'm writing inside the service method, that is nothing but hello service method. Okay, I just return some println statements in service method and init method. Now once your servlet object is created, your service method will be going to call multiple times, but whereas init method will be calling only one time throughout the application, correct? So now what we need to do, we created a servlet. So till now we are good. Till now we created a servlet, and now what we need to create, we need to go to the web.xml. Okay, inside the web.xml, can anyone help me here? What we need to do in web.xml? We need to create what?
Servlet and servlet mapping.
Very good. Servlet and servlet mapping. So that is your first servlet mapping you need to create. So servlet mapping, inside the servlet mapping, what do you need to give? You need to give URL
Servlet.
pattern. URL pattern. Okay. So that was hello one. I'm giving slash hello one. That is your URL pattern. And after that, I'm giving servlet name here. Okay. Servlet name can be Chendu. Anything you can give here, right? Servlet name. So this is my wish, how I want to give. Okay. Now, once you created servlet mapping, again what we need to give? We need to give servlet. Correct.
Yes.
It is loading web.xml, right? It is a little slow anyway. So instead of web.xml, we can use @web servlet. But I mean, these are the things we must know. So that is the reason I'm talking about this. So once you create servlet mapping, you need to create servlet. Inside the servlet, again, what do you need to create? Servlet name,
Servlet name.
servlet class. Okay. So servlet name should be Chendu.
Servlet.
Chendu. Servlet class should be servlet example. So this is what you need to give inside the servlet
Class.
example. Okay.
Sir, we can remove the welcome file list.
Yeah, all these things we can remove it, but why it is given means this is just for a, I mean, for your reference they given. If you have any index.html, index.jsp and all, you can use it. But I mean, in our case, we can remove. Yes, we no need
It
to
is
use all
to
these
attach
things.
the file, sir.
If you will be using index.html in a browser, right? It will be print. I mean, it will be adding those things, but I mean that is not needed for now.
Yes.
Why it is showing an error? See. So now here it is giving, yeah. So it is showing error here, but multiple annotation found at this line. Sometimes it will be showing like this. There will be no problem. So if you will be writing correctly, you no need to worry. I mean, whatever it is showing here, right? Sometimes it will be showing like that, but there is no problem. So now what we need to do? Once I am completing this, what we need to do? Janardhan, speak out. What we need to do now? Once you written servlet example, Manisha or anyone, what do we need to do now?
We should go to Java.
Mm-hmm. See, once you created web.xml, right? You need to deploy this application this application you need to deploy in server. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, sir.
So if you want to deploy, what you need to have a server in your system, correct? So
Yes, sir.
that is what I downloaded Tomcat 9. So
Tomcat.
Tomcat 9 is for after Java 8, we'll be going to use Tomcat 9. So Tomcat 8 also, I mean, we can try it. But before, I mean, Java JDK 8 is not supporting 8.5, it seems. So that is the reason I downloaded 9. So I just, what I need to do means I need to go here, and there is an option called servers, right? Here you need to click no servers are available. Click this link to create a new server. I'm clicking the here and I'm expanding this. Here you need to select Apache, which server you downloaded Tomcat 9. Okay. So just, I mean, once you will be writing like this, it will be saying next. And here Tomcat installation directory, wherever you installed, there you need to browse, or else if you still didn't download, you can just click download and install. Accept the terms and agreement and you can click on finish. But what we did, we downloaded, and I'm keeping into Shrikant Java Apache Tomcat. There is a folder name called Apache Tomcat 9.0.45. I downloaded, I kept in my folder, and I'm giving the path. Once I'm giving that, I just need to click now move resources to right to configure them into the server. So this is what the deployment phase. On clicking on here and just click here, it means it will be going to deploy. And next you just need to click on finish. So now your server is ready to start.
Confirm.
Now you just right click on your server at localhost, and what you need to do, you need to click on start button, then it will be going to start. So once it's started, it will be giving a browser for us. It will be going to give the browser. Else what we can do is server startup in these many seconds. Now you just need to use your application run as run on server. So Tomcat 9, your application will be going to deploy next, and it is already configured. You just need to click finish, and it is showing like HTTP status 404. Okay, here you need to observe this one only. HTTP colon double slash localhost 8080 servlet application. Your application is what? Servlet application. And what we given URL pattern? Hello one, correct? So you just need to give hello one, then it is going to here and it is looking for the servlet name. And the servlet name is Chandu, and servlet class is servlet example. From here, if you can click with control, it is going to the Java file, that servlet Java, and we are implementing servlet. So there it will be going, and in the init method, hello init method, and in the service, we are printing hello service method. So now, once after this hello one, you just need to enter. See, once you entered, we are not writing any HTML pages. So that is the reason it is printing in your console. We are just printing the system.out.println. That is the reason it is printing in the console. So if you want to print here, what we need to write? We need to write request and responses. After that, you need to write an HTML page inside the service method. Correct? So now hello init method, hello service method, and again if you go and click, see there is hello init method, hello service method. Again if you go and click, it is giving just hello service method but not init method, because for your servlet init method will be executing only one time and service method will be executing for each and every request. For each and every request means if you can click here again, if you click here again, your service method will be calling
Yes.
any number of times you will be requesting. But whenever you have init method, then that init method will be happening only one time
Once.
of your life cycle of a servlet. So this is what initialization phase and instantiation phase happens one time, and service method will be executing any number of times you requested. Okay, clear till now?
Yes, sir.
See this process, this process is repeating. This process will be going to repeat, but here the service method, whatever we did, right? Inside the service method, whatever we will be going to do, that will be changing for the next steps. Okay, so that is what we discussed in last class. Here we don't have any request, right? So, but we have response dot. So there is a response object, response dot. What is that? We need to do set content type. If you can see, there is a method called set content type. That set content type is expecting what? Some string. Either it is a text or it is a HTML. My response should be text. Set content type text or HTML. Now what I need to do after this, I just want to print something, whatever we have. So that is a response dot get. What is the method? Writer. So get writer method is returning what? Print writer object, correct? So this print writer you can copy it, use it here. Print writer out equal to response dot get writer. So you need to import print writer from IO package, and after that you just need to write out dot print. Out dot print is a method you need to use. That print method is expecting some HTML page. Okay, colon. So you just need to start your HTML pages like this, but HTMLs are in tags. So you just need to use tag and close HTML. Correct. So inside the HTML, you need to write body tag. So that body tag can be, yeah, we have 2 minutes. It will be disconnecting in 40 minutes, right? You can rejoin again. It's not a big deal. So body tag, and I'm closing body tag. So my body tag, I'll be giving some bg color also. You can give bg color equals to hello. See, something like this you can give. Okay. So here I'll be writing out dot println of say hello servlet. Okay. So just I didn't do anything. I just created one HTML page, and once I'm going here and I'm clicking here, it is saying hello servlet. Okay. See, whatever I've written here inside that, now you could see in the website, inside your web application you can see, but the bg color is not coming. Why bg color? Something like bg color should be in a without spaces, I guess. Huh? Okay. Again, if I am going to click bg color equals to yellow now. Okay. Anyway, here it should become some yellow color. So I'll check. How it is and all. But if you want to print here, what do we need to do? We need to do response dot set content type and response dot get writer, and then out dot println, and you can write simply, and you can write whatever you want to print. You can print it here. Now for the next application, how we will be going to do? We'll be creating one HTML page. There we will be giving some information. That information should come to the servlet, and from the servlet we need to sending to next one. In a URL, we could see the output. But we'll be right. Based on your HTML skills, we can see some colorings and all. So, but that is our. That is what I will be going to do in a next examples. Okay. So we'll be disconnecting now. Please rejoin and we'll discuss more about this. Okay. Once it is disconnected, please rejoin, guys, and we can